Hey there folks, another knife review here. What we have here is the Blade Runner Systems Alpha Beast. I was lucky enough to get on the waiting list, and somebody must have canceled their pre-order, and I got a call last week to see if I was still interested in getting it, and of course I was. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've heard so much about how good a flipper this Balisong is, and how it performs well, and how it was designed by flippers. And you know what? It is as advertised. It is a well-balanced flipper. You could feel it instantly. I'll just zoom out a little bit. It's a beautiful blade. Zoom in a little bit. It's a 154 cm steel. The first thing I noticed, this is a Bowie blade, but it kind of looks like a Tonto blade to me. But the first thing I noticed when I was checking out this knife is look at this grind. Look how thick that grind is on that blade. That is a beautiful. I didn't test it out to see how sharp it was, but it's the first thing I noticed, how wide that grind was. It is with tang pin construction. And if you saw my other video, you know my preference is the Zen pins. It's got the signature sergeant stripes there by Alpha Beast, milled out. It's also a sandwich construction. It doesn't have barrel spacers, like it's got block spacers. The handle is also titanium, beautiful titanium. If you get close up, it looks like it's got like a stone wash there a little bit. It is a beautiful knife. You've seen the videos on the tang pin. The latch over here, how it does. Let me see if I can. I'm sorry, I can't see if I can fit it in here. How it doesn't. It basically won't get stuck when you're flipping. It's designed in a way, you can see it. It's kind of angled off at the tip over there. And what you're hearing now is the sanitation picking up garbage. But yeah, it definitely does that. So it won't get caught. It won't get stuck when you're doing your flipping. Do a quick comparison with the Tachyon. They're pretty much the same size. I think the Tachyon's listed at 10 inches. This one's listed a little bit under 10 inches, but they're basically the same size. I do like the blade better on the. I do like the blade style better on the Alpha Beast. It's a nicer looking blade. It's a thicker blade, slightly thicker blade. I like the grind on it. The Tachyon does have a thinner blade, like I said before. No milling on the blade here, so and they milled this out. Now this is just first impressions. I just opened up this knife today. But as soon as I flipped it, you could definitely feel right away the bounce. It's a beautiful blade. Now, one criticism, I hope I don't annoy people, but it's just my observation, my opinion. It seems like it's as with traditional Balis, it's noisier. You know, when you're flipping it, people would know. People that flip would know that you're flipping a Balisong. You guys hear that? I don't mind that. Just an observation for you guys to flip. I definitely noticed the difference with the Microtech, the Tachyon. See how quiet that is? Right? Now, I don't know if the tolerances are better, the construction's better, but when you're flipping this, now this is quiet. Also, when you're flipping it around, you'll hear it banging, and maybe I'll do a video flipping it, but it's definitely a lot noisier. But some guys might like that. That's just an observation I made with this one. This is a lot quieter. Also, I noticed that with the Tachyon, again, it has the security torques, right? And just look at it. There's the Madonna boobs that I talked about before. And you can see the difference in size. Now, will that make a difference as far as wearability, durability? I don't know. Only time will tell. But I did notice that the tang pins on the Tachyon over here are slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. And slightly more raised. I'll show you both. So there's this is the Tachyon tang pins, and this is the Alpha Beast tang pins. Not much difference. Slightly more raised, and on the Tachyon, and slightly bigger. It's hard to tell in this video, but when I don't know if you guys can tell. So now I don't know what that means. I don't know if Microtech just makes tighter tolerances when they're putting their knives together. I give credit for these guys for designing this blade. This is a beautiful Balisong. Oh, there's reviews on this, so let's take it out of there. What else can I talk about? Let's see the titanium slabs. Now you can see that the titanium, I don't know, the titanium slabs look a little bit thicker on the Alpha Beast on the bottom. Slightly thicker. Again, they're both sandwich constructions. Oh, I did try to tighten this latch, right? But this is all the way tightened down, and for whatever reason, maybe that's just the way to design this. This is free swinging. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't tighten it, because I was trying to see if I could figure out most of the noise is coming from that latch. Now, am I picking on this thing? Yeah, a little bit. I'm comparing it to the Tachyon, but yeah, I tried to tighten it down. I tightened down as much as I could, and it still makes that noise. Some Bally's you could tighten it down, and then it kind of like makes it holds it place a little better, so it doesn't go swinging around as you're flipping. This one you can't, so that's tightened all the way down, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's just an observation. Some guys may care, some guys may not. Now this Bally is roughly about $100 more than the Microtech Tachyon. But this is a limited run. I don't know how many of these they're producing. So I guess you'd be very lucky to get a hold of the Alpha Beast. I know I've been waiting for it for over a year. So I don't know. Just something for you guys to think about. Personally, I'm happy I got both, but personally, if you guys were able to get the Tachyon, I think you'd be very happy with it. It's a well-constructed flipper. It's also titanium. It's got a nice stone wash on the blade. I'm not crazy about the blade shape. I do like this blade shape better. This Tanto Bowie style. It's also a very thick blade. Let's do that. Let's take a look at that. You could definitely see that the Alpha Beast on the bottom is thicker. Now I'm looking at the tip, looks a little bit twisted on my Alpha Beast on the bottom. Do you see that on the tip? But it is a thicker blade, reminiscent of a Hinderer. And you can see that the Tachyon on top is thinner. It's got that swedge, but it's thinner. But the Alpha Beast on the bottom is definitely a thicker blade. And then they're about the same here at the body of it. Oh, one thing you notice, this doesn't have the wings on it. I don't know the exact term for it. This does. So this, I guess, when you're flipping it. Now again, I just got it today, so I haven't really flipped it that much. It won't bite you as much when you're flipping it. This tends to pinch your fingers. I did notice that this stripes that they have here, it is a little aggressive when I'm flipping it. When it hits my fingers as it's coming around, like I'm doing a rollover, it is a bit aggressive. And again, I probably wouldn't have noticed, except that I was flipping this, you know, just as a comparison to see the difference. Some guys, again, that's just my preference. Some guys might like that. I've heard people say that it gives them an idea where you know, a feel. It's a feel thing when they're flipping it. They know exactly where the blade is at. So when they're doing their next move. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, you know, mildly aggressive. I definitely felt it when banging on my fingers. There are less torque screws on this, so it's probably easier to maintain than this thing, which has tons of torque screws. But that's just my quick overview. Yeah, again, as I always say, I am not proud. If I get this wrong, please let me know. I just thought I'd do a quick overview for you guys that are thinking about getting or ordering this in the near future. That is, if you can. This is a limited run. By all means, if you have the money and you'd love to add it to your collection, I would definitely get it. But if you can't, and you can get the Microtech, I would definitely go for the Microtech. Very similar. I do think that the bounce and the flipping is better on the Alpha Beast. Now, again, it's all preference. The Tachyon is a lot more silent. They're both pretty smooth. I would give the smoothness maybe over to the Tachyon because it's a little bit quieter, but then again, that just might be sensory. They're probably both very smooth. But when I'm flipping the Alpha Beast, you could definitely hear it. And you pretty much hear nothing when you flip the Tachyon. Again, this is $100 more, $100 less. It's all about choice and discretionary income, whatever you have to spare. And again, please don't get annoyed. To the Bali community, I love both knives. It's just my opinion. Alright, please let me know if you like my opinion. If I got it wrong, please let me know. I am learning. Just like when I watch you guys, I'm learning from you guys. So I do value your opinion, and thank you for all my new subs. It means a lot to me. You know, I am fairly new at this, and I do appreciate all the subscribers and everyone else that's watching my videos. Okay, folks, thank you.